First of all, let me lead y'all into this. Okay, so there's been a lot of controversy, and I'm trying to understand what's actually going on with this Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez arrest, stabbing, who shot who, dance, lady dance, that whole thing. It's confusing. How could someone be shot and nobody know exactly where the bullet fragments are or who shot her when everybody was there together? Did Megan lie? Did Kelsey shoot her? Is someone protecting someone? Why would Tory Lanez not tell? Why did Tory Lanez apologize? Whose fingerprints were on the gun? Were there none? Where's the DNA? It's so much to it. But the question that's lingering over everything is, was Roc-nation involved in Tory's downfall and his most recent, you know what I'm saying, jugga? I don't want to mark myself. Hey. But anyway, the title of this video is, where are the artists who turned down Jay-Z's Roc-nation now? All right, it's coming from Louisa. Y'all check it out. Here we go.
An accident. However, many people believe that reaching that level of wealth often comes with a few skeletons in the closet. Recently, the high-profile prosecution of his longtime friend Diddy has put Jay-Z's past business dealings and industry interactions under intense global scrutiny. This has led many to ask, what happened to the artist who rejected Roc-nation? And it's not just his well-documented conflicts with figures like his former partner Dame Dash or R. Kelly being brought back into the spotlight. Because now, people are looking at the amount of people who refuse to sign with Roc-nation only to see their careers falter in the aftermath. Or, in the worst case scenario, they even lost their lives. It's your boy Luesta, and this is what happens when you say no to Roc-nation. Among the biggest earning entertainment companies in the world today, Roc-nation has grown at a rapid rate. Since their initial founding in 2008, they developed one of the most impressive rosters in music management while dropping albums from the likes of J. Cole, Rihanna, and of course, Jay-Z himself. While they have their critics, they are always praised by those who roll with them, including female hip-hop superstar Megan Thee Stallion. After signing to the company in 2019, the self-declared hot girl coach has always saluted Hove and the team, including its CEO, Desiree Perez.
It just felt like
Now that lady Desiree is a one to watch. That's all I got to say. I'm not exactly sure. All allegedly allegations, but she's somebody to pay attention to. That's all I'm saying. Here we go.
Was in the right spot. Like I said, I was manifesting a lot of stuff for myself. Never did I ever think that I was actually going to be managed by the people that I looked up to. It just felt like a big family. They're just so intelligent. Like, they've been through everything. They still going through it right now, but they just know how to carry it. And I'm learning from the best. I feel like I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right position. I ain't never felt so like safe in a situation where I feel like these people got my back, and I just see how much they grind and how much they hustle and how much they let all the talk and whatever else people gotta say just roll off their back. I'll call Jay or Des. Des is the woman who really run shit at Roc-nation. And I'll be like, they saying this about me, they got me fucked up now. And they'll be somewhere on the island like, why do you care about that? You tripping, like.
And while that's exactly what Megan would
because they strong. They ain't got nothing to worry about. We ain't worried about nothing.
Want to have in her corner, there are rumors that the label flexed this power to make life very difficult for a man who was not just an enemy of hers, but a man who had turned down the opportunity to sign with them. Back in 2020, Tory Lanez was on a high when he attended the Roc-nation brunch. In May of that year, he had managed to free himself from his label at the same time that he had reached the peak of his commercial success. So when he pulled up to the famed annual event, he made quite a splash alongside none other than...
That's when she put her B on his D. Out in public. You put that B on the D? Yeah. Why would he shoot her? All that B on the D.
Megan. He seemed to hint that he was being courted by major labels, such as Roc-nation. To be 100%, there's so many labels offering me so much money, like millions of dollars, he said. I've gotten offers that are life-changing, but I don't care. I already own my masters in publishing and everything, so I don't see any reason to give that to somebody else.
Jig was like, say what? Oh yeah, you don't? Oh, okay.
But no shorter than 2 months after
allegedly
he was turning down these major deals, Tory's life would fall apart. On the night of July 12th, 2020, Los Angeles Police Department officers from the Hollywood Division responded to a call regarding shots fired at around 4:30 a.m. Lanez was pulled over and arrested for carrying a concealed firearm in his vehicle. Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion, who was present during the arrest, was taken to the hospital because of a foot injury. According to them, Lanez caused great bodily injury to Megan. From there, a bitter legal battle ensued, which I've talked about at length in other videos. But why this is relevant is because throughout the course of the legal process, which would eventually lead to Tory getting a 10-year sentence, he insisted that Roc-nation was trying to prevent him from telling his side of the story. Otherwise, there would be consequences.
Is that true? So Tory let out a little warning?
2 days after that, I get a call from Roc-nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement. I'm like, okay, I don't understand what the issue of me telling my fans, like, yo, look, it's not that serious of a deal. I went to jail for whatever. It's like, I didn't get for that 2 days why that was an issue. 2 days later, the TMZ report come out.
This wasn't even the only time that Tory alluded to this. On the track Sorry But I Had To from 2020's Daystar, Tory referenced the incident as well as his own business dealings with Jay's company. I made too much money with Roc-nation for them to be thinking I can't correlate the fact that it's only rappers out your roster hating. Contemplating these thoughts in my head like, how
Nice save with rappers over niggas.
the fuck you calling me, threatening me not to make no statements? On another track entitled Bittersweet from that same project, he went at Hove directly and insinuated that he was hurt while also taking shots at the company's legal team, including Jill Scott. It hurt to say them words about Roc-nation management, cause Jigga whole career I've been a fan of it, and I'm just pissed about the way they handled it. I worked for this for years, and out of nowhere here comes Jill trying to come smear campaign and damage it. Although he was eventually found guilty, the notion that Roc-nation was somehow involved has persisted, as his father took up the fight. In an emotional speech outside the courthouse, his dad said that Jay
I'll tell you one thing, boy. Tory Lanez father can talk. Man, we was trying to get the information out his last press conference, boy. He thanked everybody, the academy. I said, this nigga about to win an award? What is going on? He can talk. That's an advocate to have on your side. Somebody, his father is not, he won't filibuster this thing. He ain't playing. Here we go.
Z and others ought to be ashamed of themselves.
You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole
There go that name again, right? Allegedly.
wicked system of Roc-nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it.
Even from behind bars, Tory's
That's pretty damning. That's pretty damning. I need to really get more into the specifics of this case, man. I probably tomorrow I might react on something that really I wanna know the legal in and outs of what particularly happened. Where was everybody standing? You know what I mean? Because when I watch stuff like this, it makes a compelling case for it to be a setup. I'm just saying, y'all. Here we go.
insistence that Roc-nation interfered will not subside. Most recently, it was the churn of his own legal counsel, Sean Hawley, who he believes had a prior relationship with Roc-nation before becoming his lawyer. In his complaint, he
Another powerful name. All ladies.
called for her to face disciplinary action over what he described as serious ethics breaches, and demanded a refund of the hundreds of thousands of dollars he had paid her. This followed allegations that she instructed a DNA expert not to conduct tests on the gun involved, and abruptly
His own lawyer? That sounds insane.
withdrew from Lanez's defense just 5 days before his guilty verdict, despite being paid nearly $300,000. In addition to his quest to take down
Can she do that?
Hawley, he also spoke out against Desiree Perez, CEO of Roc-nation, who he believed played a role in assisting Megan with her statements to the police regarding the 2020 shooting incident. At the moment, Tory isn't eligible for parole until 2029. But if how he feels at the moment doesn't change by the time he gets out, you can bet he'll be coming out Roc-nation's next on tracks and IG lives as soon as he's out. While Tory has hopes of turning his life around in time, not everyone that previously turned down Roc-nation is so lucky. Because for a rapper who went by the name of Young Dolph, his time was tragically cut short.
They got something to do with Young Dolph? Allegedly. We don't know this. But I'm telling you one thing. If anything I have learned from this whole Diddy situation is show business is not what it seems, man. We always knew that. I mean, it's a show. Let's be fair. There's a certain amount of kayfabe. But whoa. I didn't even get into this part yet. I'm interested to see the connection, but this is crazy. I mean, I heard little whispers, but let's see.
Allegedly. A main
Oh yeah, cause Cause God,
Stay of Memphis hip hop, Young Dolph was a hugely talented rapper that delivered anthems for the streets over the course of a 13-year plus career. And if you don't know anything about Dolph, you know he's a rapper who retained his independence at all costs, regularly shutting down rumors that he'd signed to labels that were trying to court him. For the last fucking time, I am not signed with nobody and never have been. Been independent my entire career.
Right, I remember that.
The leader of his own paper route empire, Dolph may have gotten cosigns, but he never had another boss other than himself for the
he had niggas under him.
entirety of his career.
It was because of everything, bro. You just don't know. Bro, people tell me Dolph signed with Grand Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never been signed to Grand Hustle. That's my dog. Like, shout out to T.I. That's another nigga. Like, I salute respect in the game. Dolph signed to CMG. Yo, guys. Nah, he signed to CMG. And most out of all of them, Dolph was signed to Brick Squad. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Gucci, that's my dog. That's my trap, bro. I mess with him. You feel me? Like, he showed me a lot of love, so I showed him love back. Where I come from, man, anybody show you love, man, and show you that they want to see you win. You can't do nothing but embrace that. Show them the same love. You rock with them like they rock with you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But, come on, it's just like I said, man. I was playing with Cortez before I ever met Gucci, man. And I met Gucci, man, way before people were talking about this Dolph sound with Rich Squad, sound with Rich Squad. So, come on, man. That's old.
But there was a time where he did strongly consider signing to a label. And going on the strength of the clues he provided, it seems obvious that it was with The Roc. In various interviews after it went down, Dolph alluded to how he turned down a life-changing sum of money.
Man, I got myself in a fucked up ass situation, dog. I don't know what the fuck to do, dog. Now, I mean, really tell you the truth, I do know what to do, but I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on. Well, for the last 6 months, I've been having a motherfucking $22 million contract debating on should I do the deal or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, should I take the 22 million or fuck the 22 million? Fuck the 22 million.
He took a billboard out. That's some G shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Although he eventually decided to stay on his own grind, it wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision.
I turned down that 22M, you know what I mean? Well, I went to my lawyer office. We talked, we go over it. We had been going over it for like the past 2 weeks. No, about 4 months.
Oh, all right.
The deal was good though, but I'm talking about on paper. We went over it was what I had wanted, like the structure of it, the whole, it was like, how we gonna do it? And like, shit.
Was it a joint venture 50-50 split? How was it?
Yes. Know what I mean? But I signed it. I'm in my lawyer office. I'm like, we gonna sign it so she can send it back. Bro, I leave, pull her right back up, go right back up to her office, get the contract to fold and tell her, fuck that shit, I don't want to do this shit.
In the end, he let them down, but insisted that it was nothing personal. Instead, Dolph made the decision to bide his time instead of taking the lump sum and cutting another party in.
It want to stay free.
Wasn't even no hard feelings, wasn't nothing against them, no, none. It's like, I stand on this shit. I stamped this shit. A lot of people talk this shit. I stand on this shit. You know what I mean? So it's like it didn't. Like, okay, 22 million. What's the difference between you getting that 22 million at one time and you getting it over a 12-month span of time to an 18-month span of time?
Right.
What's the fucking difference?
Right.
What you finna do with it?
By August of 2020, Dolph was dominating his own wave, alongside his own projects popping off and Rich Slave becoming
So what they alluding to? We about to get to some get down or lay down type stuff?
his highest charting album by peaking at number 4, he was beginning to make his way as a real label boss with Paper Route Empire too. But this would all be brought to a tragic halt in 2021 when he was gunned down in front of a Memphis cookie shop.
Right.
The news broke the hearts of hip-hop fans all over the world and left his family and friends to pick up the pieces of what he was building. But what people didn't expect is that as posthumous tracks began to seep out, Dolph would actually mention his dealings with Roc-nation and his desire for a Ho feature too. Showing up, plain Jane Rolex, had a meeting with Roc-nation, but they got about 4, 5, 6 rappers over there that be hating. But I still fuck with Jigga. Tell him I got 2 million for him to do a verse, and if he don't, I still got love for him. In these bars, Dolph suggests that the reason why he didn't sign with Roc-nation is on the account of the fact that he had enemies on the roster. And now, the brother of someone who is on the Roc-nation roster has actually been cited as the man who put the hit out on Dolph.
Right.
Which just makes the whole thing seem to connect full circle. Again, this is not like 100% true.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Allegations getting spicy. It's getting spicy. If you want to see the entire video, go check it out on Luis's channel. He's very dope, very in depth. Not a bunch of playing and joking around like me. All right, next video.